Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the demand in the job market. So, last video we talked about the skills and did a self-assessment. If you have any questions on that, do not forget to comment, and I can probably personally respond to those as well. So today what we are going to do is we are going to find out the demand, how to find the demand in the job market. For an example, I can tell you nowadays in the current market, IT professionals, there are some skills that is like fading away. Like Cisco products are now getting a little deviated. I'm not saying it's not valuable, but some companies, they tend to get their data onto cloud platform. So probably if you are looking to start up in IT career, you better get into like Azure Cloud or AWS Cloud studies, so that way you can get into the market where there is a demand, there's a high demand in the next few years, years that is coming up. So that way, if you have a clear understanding about the job market, the demand, you can find out what exactly that will match your ideal job market with your skills, right? So, how to find this job market, the demand? There are a lot of things actually you can do. You can get into LinkedIn and get an analysis, and always there are a lot of topics in Google. If you search into news and things like that, you can find out what are the current trends that is going through, what are the current economical information that you can get. Probably if there is an economical crisis as now, I can give you another example actually. So if you're a recruiter, most of the time companies hire a recruiter when the company grow, right? You don't hire people when the company is in a bad situation. So when there is economical crisis, or if there are something like COVID came up, people don't want to hire. They even, I think you remember, there was in the past, there were like a lot of people were fired, and they have been layoffs. So a lot of things happened, especially in Amazon, Microsoft, Google. They had tons and tons of layoffs because of the fact that people were not planning to hire a lot of people because of the economical situation. So recruiters are not in demand. So what can you do now? Recruiters, I know as a former recruiter, it was very hard sometimes when the economical crisis happened, that to find the job opportunity in a company. Then you can deviate yourself and learn a little bit about HR, because that is the nearest thing that you can learn with the qualifications and with the past experience you have. You can get into a HR certification, maybe something that will learn about labor laws, benefits, things like that. So since you already have dealt with recruiting and talent management, you can get into a HR professional with those qualifications. Especially if you know the demand and the economical crisis that is happening, you can change accordingly. You can find out what exactly you need to take as the next step, depending on the company or depending on the current situation in the country. So that is very important that you follow on the trends and get updates from the Google or LinkedIn, and stay on top of all that, so you know what you should do as your next step in the career. Especially if you're a recruiter and if you're still working in a company where you see things are not happening in a good way, things are not going in the right direction, what you can do is quickly get into a certification that you can do within 6 months, within 1 year, so you can improve your skills and get into a better role. So if you know the job market, the demand, how it goes, it's easy for you to figure out what is the next step that you need to take in your career to get into the next stage. Like if you're unemployed, if you know the job market, especially let's say nowadays the AI platform is going very crazy. People tend to learn about AI, and people tend to learn about digital marketing nowadays. So those things are the trends, right? So if you're looking to get into a job that in the future that will benefit, these things are good to learn. And you can figure it out. Okay, there is a demand in this field, so why not I learn some certifications, I take some courses, I take some certifications. Now I have this technical skills that I can prove the company that I can do the job. So those are very, very important. Knowing the demand in the field, knowing the current situation in the country is very, very important. So that is what I wanted to inform you about. Next video, we are going to talk about how to do research on industries that will help you to find your ideal job market. So stay tuned for that. Until then, let me know in your comments, how do you feel about this information, if you need anything else that you want me to talk about, and I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. See you then. Bye bye.